Hello, all you deer hunters out there, young and old. I'm so glad that you've joined us today. I'm Jim,
And I'm Matthew.
and we want to talk to you about how we do our European skull mount the easy way. The big difference that you're going to find out is that we put our skull in the ground as opposed to the traditional way of putting it hot boiling water. Our situation or our technique takes a little bit longer, but we get the same results. So we invite you to join us today. Sit back, relax, enjoy the video. And by the way, this video is brought to you by ARC Enterprises. And you can find my blog site at thelittleark.org. That's THELITTLEARK.org. Again, we appreciate you being with us. We look forward to seeing you again.
As we can see here, my grandfather has essentially buried this skull mount into the ground so the quote-unquote animals will not think they're bones.
Yeah, the reason I do that, Matthew, is a lot easier than taking hot boiling water in a big pot and trying to boil the hide and the skin off of it.
You can do the same way with plucking chickens, but that's another video.
Right. What you notice also is that I leave the antlers up out of the ground. I don't bury them, I just bury the head. And the reason for that is so all the ants and the bugs and the beetles and the worms can clean the skull off, as we're going to see here shortly.
And it takes about 96 days for it to come completely clean.
It takes about 3 months, yeah. And
Okay.
that way you can put your animal in the ground and you go on about whatever you want to do. So we're going to start the process here shortly, as you'll see.
Now, as you'll see, we are starting to have someone actually clean and prep it for the final thing. As you can see, it's looking pretty dirty, but it'll be shining at the very end.
Great. What we're going to do is clean it up next, Matthew, with some water.
Okay, Matthew, as you see here, what we're doing is cleaning it up with water, and there's going to be several procedures that we're going to have to get into once we get the water cleaned up. It's important that you clean the water, clean all sides of it, get all the dirt off of it, top and bottom, and around the cavities, the eye sockets, and the bottom of it. In doing so, there's several things that we're going to need, and one of them is going to be a big blue tub that you're fixing to see come up here. You need some kind of deep container like that to put the rack in, the head in the rack. And the next thing you want to do after that is you want to protect the antlers. And in doing so, protecting the antlers, you're going to come up and put tape around them, and that keeps the chemicals from getting out of the skull onto the antlers and coloring them. After taping up the antlers, you need to protect the rest of them from the skull. You need to protect them with a bag, and that's what that is right there. Just a plain old plastic bag. So you got duct tape, plastic bag, you got the antlers cleaned up.
It could be anything. It could be Walmart, Piggly Wiggly, whatever you need. But as you can see, we have that bagged up and
Ready to clean up.
yep. And these next few,
So now you're going to put this thing, after you're getting it squared away, into the big tub. Matthew, the next thing that's important is the basic household chemicals that we use. Distilled white vinegar, Clorox cleanup with bleach, and hydrogen peroxide. Nothing fancy, just basic chemicals that we use.
so here you have 2 cups white vinegar, and go ahead and pour that into your tub. Now pour 1 cup hydrogen peroxide into your bucket. Now stir your mixture around until it's. Now you're ready to start using your brush to start the cleanup process. Now you want to set it out in the sun, and it's going to take a little time depending on your temperature and your climate.
But you want to let it dry off. You
Yeah.
cleaned it up real good with chemicals.
And after you do that,
Now you're ready to use the Clorox on it to bleach it out as much as you want to bleach it out, Matthew. That's up to you, whether you want it light or dark. Next frame you can see the difference.
it depends on how much you want to put the Clorox on. If you want darker, you put lighter. If you want a white as a ghost, you put more.
Next process is you need your polyurethane, your paint thinner, and your paintbrush, because here's where you seal the skull, Matthew. And this is what really makes the importance of it and what it looks like. And you got several preps already done to it. Several things you've got to do to prep, as a matter of fact. And we're going to see those steps, Matthew.
And now, as you can see in the next frame, he will start to get prepared and putting that newspaper down. The newspaper plays a big role in the part of keeping your truck or your workstation clean.
Now here you start to remove the tape and the plastic bag that you've used to protect it while you clean it up with the brush and the bleach, as you can see from the different angles. Okay, now we're ready to start painting the polyurethane onto the skull and to seal it. And as you can see, you start at the top or the sides or wherever, and you be sure that you cover all the angles. The important thing is that you do the tops and the bottoms and the sides and the sockets and the teeth to be sure that they're covered with the protective covering of the polyurethane.
Now, as you can see, the deer skull is basically sitting out in the sun. The sun's going to do its thing. It'll take a vast amount of time depending on your climate and temperature.
Just be sure you let it dry real good, Matthew.
And don't worry about the time.
This is important right here, particularly all those cavities on the bottom. You get the eye sockets, the cavities on the bottom, all sealed and prepped. Now this is an example of how I used to mount them, or do mount them, and that's on a piece of old barn board or whatever. I just laid it down so you could see what it looked like.
Depending on your style of house or where you're going to put this, you can do a different of things. If you're in a house, just go with a simple board of plank. You can decorate it however you want to. We're not telling you how to do it, but if you're doing it at a country club, do it as what really old and rustic.
Now, Matthew, you can see the different colors I have. That's because of the different bleaches, the amount of time, and how much I used on there, Matthew. You'll notice this screw mount right here. I didn't screw that screw all the way into the head. I left it out about an inch so that the head would mount downward in a proper position. If you turn the screw all the way in, the head will come back and it will not look correct. You can put a shim or a kind of a buffer back there if you want to cover up the gap. I just put it on board and that's what I got. Also, I put a hanger nail up at the top. You got to have a screw and a place to hang it there, Matthew.
So yeah, this is the finishing product. As he said, you can make your skull mount lighter or darker, depending on the amount of things or products that you use.
The amount of bleach that you want to put on there. The important thing is, Matthew, as you protect it with polyurethane, after you've bleached it to the color that you want to, and then it's ready to mount, bottom line.
So yeah, thank you for watching this video, and please comment, like, and subscribe. I hope you take this video as a lot of advice to do your European skull mount. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. We'll see you next time.
God bless you all. Have a good day.
Bye.